We'd like to welcome our next speaker, Sunyoung Yoon, and her presentation is an important role of cutaneous lymphatic vessels in coordinating and promoting anagen hair follicle growth.
I'm really honored to be here and thank you for giving me this opportunity. So today I'd like to talk about the important role of cutaneous lymphatic vessels in coordinating and promoting anagen hair follicle growth. So this is lymphatic vascular system. Lymphatic vascular system consists of lymphatic capillaries, lymphatic vessel, thoracic duct, and lymph nodes. Lymphatic capillaries circulate macromolecular immune cells, collect lymphatic vessel, and thoracic duct. The transport tissue to the lymphatic vascular system. Lymphatic vessel function immune surveillance. Dietary fat in the intestine was observed into the lymphatic vessel. So, we next investigated the lymphatic vessel distribution, the back skin of FLAX1 TD tomato reporter mouse that expresses TD tomato under lymphatic specific FLAX1 promoter. So you can see we found that network, that is red color, is the lymphatic vessel. So we found that network lymphatic vessel directly connect individual hair follicle in mice. So our aim of the study is investigating the role of lymphatic vessel in hair follicle growth and cycling. So this is VEGF and VEGF family. VEGF is main driver lymphangiogenisis via VEGFR3, and cerebral VEGFR3 is inhibit the signaling of VEGF-C and VEGFR3. Then in our study, we used this transgenic mouse model. K14 VEGF-C transgenic mice, the overexpression of VEGF-C under keratin 14 promoter, and these mice increased the number of cutaneous lymphatic vessels. Another mouse model is K14 cerebral VEGFR3 transgenic mice, and these mice, the overexpression of cerebral VEGFR3 under keratin 14 promoter. These mice lack cutaneous lymphatic vessels. So in the fluorescence staining, CD31 in the serial marker and then the lymphatic vessel marker Lyphone for the planet, we found that the lymphatic vessels are localized in close proximity to bulge area of myelin hair follicle. Next, investigated depression-induced hair regeneration in K14 VEGF-C transgenic mice. In the fluorescence staining for Lyphone, in these transgenic mice, lymphatic vessel was more absorbed than wild-type mice. Then also, in these transgenic mice, hair bulb diameter was significantly larger than wild mice after depletion at day 2. Then based on defined histological criteria, we determined hair cycle stage. So especially at day 2, Anagen 3 stage is more absorbed than wild-type mice. Then at day 5, hair length is more longer than wild-type mice. It means these transgenic mice accelerate the Anagen hair follicle growth. Especially at day 18, hair bulb diameter was significantly larger than wild-type mice. It means these transgenic mice prolong the Anagen hair follicle growth. So, recently this group published the regulatory T-cell promoting the proliferation and differentiation of hair follicle stem cell to drive hair follicle cycling. So next investigate the presence of the regulatory T-cell in K14 VEGF-C transgenic mice. So we found that these transgenic mice increased the number of regulatory T-cells, the FOXP3 positive area surrounding hair follicles. So next investigate the effect of intradermal delivery of recombinant VEGF-C protein on hair follicle growth. So back skin of 8 weeks old female, these wild-type mice were shaved with clipper, and we did intradermal injection every day for 40 days with control VEGF-C minoxidil. So we found that in the VEGF-C minoxidil treated group, the skin pigmentation was observed at the site of intradermal injection. And then VEGF-C minoxidil treated group, the hair stage is observed, whereas control mice is still intelligent phase. It means this result indicated that intradermal delivery of recombinant VEGF-C protein promoted Anagen hair follicle growth in wild-type mice. So next investigated depression-induced hair regeneration in K14 with cerebral VEGFR3 transgenic mice. In the fluorescence staining for Lyphone lymphatic vessel marker, in these transgenic mice, there is no lymphatic vessel. Especially at day 15, these transgenic mice, hair bulb diameter was significantly smaller than wild-type mice. Especially at day 15, the cutagen early catagen phase is more observed early catagen phase observed, whereas control mice were still late anagen phase. It means these transgenic mice accelerate entry into catagen phase. The next investigated effect of lymphatic endothelial cells conditioned media on dermapapilla cells. The conditioned media from lymphatic endothelial cells we call as LECCM. The EBM containing 2% FBS we use as control conditioned media. And for proliferation of cell, we use cell counting kit 8. So in those dependent manner, the lymphatic endothelial cells conditioned media promoted dermapapilla cell proliferation. And the incubation with LEC conditioned media increased phosphorylation of AKT related to cell survival. The next, we also test the conditioned media from broad endothelial cells that we call as BEC, and also dermafibroblast we call as DF. So conditioned media from lymphatic endothelial cells promoted IGF-1 alkaline phosphatase, mRNA expression related to dermapapilla cells activator. However, the BEC conditioned media, the F conditioned media, there is no major effect on the expression of these genes. Conditioned media from lymphatic endothelial cells decreased between for TGF-beta1 mRNA expression related to inhibition of hair follicle growth. However, BEC conditioned media, the F conditioned media, there is no major effect on the expression of these genes. So from this result, lymphatic vessels play an anticipated role in coordinating and promoting adrenal follicle growth with potential therapeutic implications such as BCFC, lymphangiogenic factor. Thank you for your attention.
Great talk. I'm wondering if you see the VEGF can stimulate the hair growth. How about the physiological condition? Because you waxing or depleting, right? Because you see you put a bead with VEGF can stimulate hair growth. How about overexpression in the physiological time? They can regrow hair back faster, or they elongate the energy period. Do you have observed that kind of phenomenon physiologically?
So we also test postnatal hair follicle.
Yeah,
so
that's postnatal.
This was time limitation. I just prepare the depletion generation. But we also check the postnatal hair cycle. So when I check the second hair cycle postnatal 25 days, compare with right-time mice, so these transgenic mice have accelerated hair growth. So the hair length is more longer than right-time mice.
And how about when you deplete, it damage the skin, right? Is that possibly that in the endothelial cell inside of mouse directly release VEGF to help this regeneration process in the physiological way? If we don't using overexpression mice, we're using wild-type mice. If we vaccine, is that possible that the damage of the environment or vessel want to proliferate or lymphatic vessel want to proliferate? So VEGF were activated during this period to initiate the kind of situation. What do you think about this?
So you mean?
You during depilation, right?
Yeah.
Then we damage all the skin. We damage maybe underneath of the skin. Maybe this damage will stimulate the endothelial cell proliferation or vessel proliferation. That's why the VEGF release to come up with the kind of regeneration.
I mean, just the depletion in this hair regeneration is maybe the damage and then
the vessel come over and the regeneration. So they also combine with the endogenous overexpression VEGF, so that'll be easier to stimulate the regeneration.
Yeah, but I think, but we also check the postnatal health cycles. With that time, there's difference with each other. So I think this is lymphatic vessels activate health works.
Thank
But
you.
I will think about it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Last question.
Did you check your adhesion molecules when you do depletion? Of course, probably you create acute inflammation problem. Did you check any adhesion molecules on endothelial cells on the endothelium? Adhesion molecules, right?
I mean, adhesion molecules?
Yeah. Did you check it?
Not yet.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much for your presentation.